Hello everyone. This is Pragya from Bridgewell and Sunitra from Know Your Wellbeing in Facebook. So this month is this September month is PCOD awareness month. So we are conducting this episode 2 and season 2 and episode 1 session for PCOS awareness for all women of our circle. Okay, so over to Sunitra. Sunitra will start the introduction part and like why we are getting this PCOD. Sunitra will elaborate. Then I will elaborate about the solutions. Okay, so over to Sunitra.
Thank you, Pragya. Hello, everyone. Good evening and happy Teachers' Day to all of you. To all my teachers and whoever's been teaching me in this till this time in all walks of my life. So, happy Teachers' Day to all my respected teachers. Because learning is an ever continuous process, I believe that, and every day we do learn, and that is how we grow also. So, without much delay, I would like to come to the point of our today's discussion. Today, we are going to discuss about PCOS. As Pragya mentioned, that September is the PCOS month of awareness. So, let's spread the awareness because this is spreading like wildfire, and we are not understanding what is the exact thing that we need to take care of. This is a very untouched topic, but very relevant and very important as well. So, what is it exactly? It is a very common disorder that is found among women. This affects right from adolescence, fertile to menopausal phase. The term PCOS stands for polycystic ovarian syndrome. Now, I'll break up these words and explain what does it mean. So, poly means many, cystic means bubble-like shape or structure. Ovarian means that it is related to ovary, which is part of the female reproductive system, and syndrome is a set of symptoms. So, as I mentioned, so this is related to female and particularly for the fertile age of 15 to 45. Now, what is the reason for such increasing or alarming rate of PCOS nowadays? It is mainly due to stress levels, lifestyle, and food chart. This is not something that we have come across maybe 10-15 years back, or maybe even further, it was hardly found. Now currently it is a very important, relevant thing, and 1 in 5 women worldwide are facing this issue. Also, the important thing to realize or understand or take note of is there is no clear test that we can suggest that you can go and get this test done, and we will get to know that whether you've been requiring to diagnose PCOS, or there is no particular pill or vaccine against PCOS, or there is no medication as such. Because as I mentioned earlier, that the problem arises from stress levels, lifestyle, and food or the diet that we are taking. Now, I will come into a little details of what is PCOS. So, since this is a very serious topic, now it is a hormonal disorder that happens between male hormone and female hormone. The male hormone is testosterone and female hormones in the form of progesterone and estrogen. Though all the hormones are present in both males and females, it is the relative percentage presence in the male or the female part, because testosterone is supposed to be relatively higher in case of male, and the other two are supposed to be higher in case of female. But when there is an imbalance, since we are talking about female, so when there is an imbalance of hormones of testosterone, that is, there is an increase in testosterone hormone, this is one of the reason or one of the cause which occurs or incurs PCOS. Now, this may happen due to external as well as internal factor. As I mentioned, that there's a rise level of testosterone in the female, and because of which, what are the problems or what are the impacts that we see? There could be issues like irregular periods, there could be issues like acne, and it could affect the ovulation process also. So, in other words, there is an imbalance in the body due to the internal as well as external factors. Now, there is no specific medical reason that triggers, but the simple reason I would like to stress once again or emphasize once again is the lifestyle and the diet, the food habits that are the major causes. Now, I will give you some facts because why are we taking this into such a big concern? Give you some facts. So there are over 15% of the reproductive age, but that worldwide who are impacted by PCOS. So there's no, as I mentioned, there's no diagnosis or there's no treatment. As I mentioned earlier, also that 1 in 5 women in worldwide are affected by this, and 15% of the reproductive age of women population worldwide are impacted by PCOS. Both medical and non-medical fraternity has agreed to the point that lifestyle change and diet change can help you reduce your PCOS problem to a large extent and bring it under control. So some facts again, more than half of the PCOS women are on the obese side. Okay, so as I mentioned, so you can see the interconnection is the lifestyle, the diet, and so the PCOS and so the obese. So it is considered that if any person has 2 of the 3 symptoms, then the woman is supposed to have PCOS. Now I will talk about the 3 symptoms. One is irregular periods. Second is increased level of testosterone, which I mentioned about the hormonal imbalance. And third is the cyst in the ovaries. So, in case there are any 2 of these 3 symptoms, then there is PCOS. Now, what leads to these symptoms or what goes wrong? There are no factors, but there are certain triggers which cause these changes leading to PCOS. As I mentioned, there is internal and external. So, internal is genetics. So, if a mother had been a PCOS person, then while delivering a girl child, there is a tendency that the gene may be passed on to the girl child also. So, that is the reason internally also PCOS may be passed on. And external, which we have been mentioning so far, is the lifestyle and the diet change, which is more on the rise. So lifestyle, the external factors are higher. Now, insulin hormone, what happens when you're not changing your lifestyle? Your body stops identifying the insulin and allow the insulin, and the level of insulin is high in your blood. We all know that insulin plays an important role in our entire metabolism, in an entire body functioning. So what happens is your body resists the insulin, and the level of insulin along with high levels of testosterone leads to lot of problems. Now, what are the problems? It could be which are some of the uh, symptoms, or you can say physically or visible appearance you would see. One is hirsutism, which is facial hair. Second is acne. Now, because of combined factors, it affects your ovulation and results in irregularity in menstrual cycle, and further, which is more important or more critical, is the ovulation or the fertility issues. Also, this in turn affects cholesterol. There's a rise in cholesterol, blood pressure, and diabetes because you are having a tendency of becoming obese. Now, I will state some facts. and figures. So what are the factors causing PCOS? The hormonal imbalance is around 28.9%, stress is 10.5%, lifestyle changes is around 16.9%, insulin level is for 26.5%, and metabolic defects is 20.1%. Now these were some of the factors. Now if I come to the types of PCOS. Now, it has to be very categorically noted whenever there are cases of PCOS that it is not one kind. There are difference in the kind or different types of PCOS also. So there is no customized solution. Obviously, individual attention has to be taken care of, and properly the case history has to be studied before giving certain suggestions or giving certain consultations. So what are those types? We can say there are 4 types. Type A is all 3 symptoms which I've mentioned earlier. All 3 symptoms are there. Type B, 2 of the symptoms are there, but no cyst in ovaries. So there is the cycles are not normal and there is high testosterone. Type C is there are 2 symptoms and cycles are normal. Type D, there are 2 symptoms and not high testosterone. So there are 4 types as we mentioned. Also, if I like to tell you about what are the major symptoms, so you would find that how do you know? So what are the triggers that you are getting into that PCOS? There could be hair loss, okay, thinning of hair, and it is not like general hair loss. So it will be like the baldness of a male that you find, it will be found in the women who is getting that symptom of PCOS. As I mentioned also, hirsutism or facial hair. Then you will find the pelvic pain. Now, point to be noted here is when you get obese, so that area of lower abdomen starts pushing, pressurizing your pelvic area, and that's why also you get that pelvic pain. Fourth, infertility. Fifth, overweight, that we have been stressing all along, that you get a tendency of being obese. Irregular periods because you are not following that, having that regular cycle. Fatigue because your insulin is high and cells are resisting the insulin. Also, high testosterone levels and acne. Apart from all these, there could be patches, dark patches around your neck area also. So these, any one of these or multiple of these factors will lead to thinking that you are into PCOS also. So please, in case you are getting that, remember the age bracket is usually found to be from 15 to 45 years. As I mentioned, the 3 phases, the adolescent stage, the fertile stage, and the premenopausal stage also. So better be careful, have a check on what we kind of lifestyle we are leading, what kind of stress levels which are absolutely to be taken care of, and the kind of diet or the food that we are taking care of. So I'm Shunetra from Know Your Wellbeing, and Pragya will take over from here and talk about the solution part, since we have talked about so much about the problems. So over to you, Pragya.
Thank you, Sunitra, for elaborating very nicely about the problems of PCOD. This is the main this maximum women of our society are facing this PCOD problem. So I'm going to elaborate about the solutions. Okay. Uh, okay. So the solution we have to follow any solution, whether it is through nutrition or medication. We have to follow 90 days of nutrition or any medication. We have to follow that 90-day course every time. So what we need to follow here? Okay, we need to avoid. We need to change our lifestyle. We need to change our eating habits. Okay, when I'm speaking about eating habits, we need to avoid junk food, because what is happening in our body, like insulin, always insulin is very high quantity in our blood. Okay, so if you will take junk food, then junk food contains bad carbohydrate. Okay, so if you will take junk food, means your insulin level will be higher in your blood. Okay, so we need to take low glycemic index food, like we need to take oats, millets, whole wheat grains. This kind of food we need to take, which will release insulin slowly into your blood, and it will control your insulin level. Okay, so we need to take care of these things. Okay, so and the second thing we need to take care is we don't skip your breakfast, because if you will consume half of your calorie in your breakfast, then in PCOD, like PCOD people are like it affects PCOD, it affects mood of people. Okay, okay. So and hormones are controlling our mood. Okay, if half of our we are consuming half of our calorie in our breakfast, then our hormone, like our mood will be controlled. Okay, so it will control our hormone level, and it will also reduce your insulin level to 8%. Like, so breakfast is very crucial part of our day. Okay, so if you are taking half of your calorie in your breakfast, then it will reduce your insulin level to 8%, and it will reduce your testosterone level to 50%, and if the chances of ovulation will be increased by 30%. So we need to take care of this thing as well, and we need to be active. When I'm saying that be active, during this lockdown, we all are like maximum people are so inactive because we are not able to go outside. Okay, so we need to take care of this. We need our body is meant for physical activity. We need 30 to 40 minutes of exercise every day. Okay, which will change, which will be helpful for our weight management, which will be helpful for controlling our hormone level, and this is necessary for our this PCOD problem. Okay, and but more we need to take care. We need to take care about the intake of protein and good fats, because this protein is necessary for our, like the protein and fat is necessary for our hormone secretion. Okay, so if you not good amount of protein and fat, then it will not trigger your insulin level in your blood, and even proper quantity of protein and fat will suppress your hunger. Okay, so we need to take adequate amount of protein and fat for our insulin, for to suppress our hunger, and for proper secretion of hormone. Okay, and what more we need? We need to take high. We need to consume high amount of fiber and antioxidant rich food, because like in PCOD, people are like facing inflammation. Okay, their mood level, it controls their mood level. Okay, so if you take high amount of fiber and antioxidant in your food, then it will reduce your inflammation. Okay, and fiber will also helpful for your weight management. Even it will control your insulin level, and antioxidant will reduce your inflammation. So these two things are very necessary when you're facing PCOD problem, and you need to keep on checking your weight, because when you're in obese, so it will affect all part of your body. It will affect your hormone level, it will affect your insulin level. Okay, so you need to involve yourself in regular activity, which will maintain your hormone level, and 5 to 10% of weight reduction will help you for infertility issues. Okay, so you need to take care of these things. You need to first avoid junk food. You should take care about your breakfast. Okay, your half calorie your breakfast. Like you should consume half of your calorie in your breakfast. Okay, you should be active. Your protein and fat consumption should be good. Okay, and you should take care about your fiber and antioxidant rich food. Okay, and you need to keep on checking of your weight as well. Okay, so this will control all your all like your hormone level, your inflammation, your insulin level. It will control everything. Okay, so I'm going to tell you brief about how the PCOS plate should be. Okay, if you are facing PCOS problem, then how your plate should be. Your daily plate should be like how what you need to put in your regular food. Okay, so you need to take raw nuts. Okay, you need to take brown rice, sprouts, wheatgrass, garlic, onion, broccoli. So these things will help you for getting proper fiber, protein, fat, which will control your insulin level. Okay, which will control your maintain your hormone level. Even it will be helpful for your weight management. Okay, so for more details, you can reach out to me or now Sunitra. Okay, because if I am going to share about this regular plating for PCOS, then like it is very vast. Okay, so if you need you need details, so you can contact with me and Sunitra. Okay, so we will tell you how much how much amount of protein you need, and how much amount of iron you need, what vitamins you need. Okay, so we will tell you everything, how much carbohydrate you need, protein you need, fiber you need. So we need to take care of these things. So this is the solution part. So I am done here with the solution part. So anything you want to add, Sunitra, in solution part?
No, Pragya, it was very well covered. You have been able to harp on the specific points, and as we have been telling that this is a very vast topic, but obviously it needs individual attention, and accordingly, if there is any issue, we can solve it, and we can handle each other through individual consultation.
Yes, yes,
So
that's
that
true.
was what can be mentioned about it.
Yes, that's true. So what I want to conclude here that 60 to 70% of women of our society are unaware that they have PCOS. So we need to be aware at the early stage of PCOS. So the like solution will be easy. Otherwise, it will be difficult for long run. So we need to take care about our lifestyle change. We need to take care about our food habit change. Okay, and we need to follow right instructions from right person. So this is the very crucial point. And you need to take care about your daily physical activity, which is very important for when you are facing PCOD problem. And you can reach out to me and Sumitra for more further details. We will help you for providing what are the proper diet if you are facing PCOD problem. Okay, because Sunita is health and wellness coach, and I am also taking care about this. Okay, so, just stay tuned for our next topic on health. Okay, so we are done here. So we will meet again next week, same time, same day. So bye for tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody, for watching.